heart of a pagan. The children of the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. No, them have the heart of demon. The children of the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Respect the father of the prophet Moses and Abraham. You have to respect the father of Jacob and Solomon. Respect the creator of many nations. He made the birds, he made the beasts, the fishes of the ocean, and fastened them together with his mighty. And he made the man, he made woman, children, the future of the land. So who is due to disrespect the creator, man? 72 nations bow down and crown him conquering one. It would be beautiful in the sight of Jah the Holy One to see the unification of my nation. Them have the heart of
to support him during civil rights, and then, goddammit, you turned on us.
Wow.
What happened? Black Lives Matter. Who did you hate the most? The Jews. We are bleeding about that.
Wow.
Because we were raised to love you, to care, to open our hearts, and not just, I mean, at my dinner table in the projects, in a little 600 square foot apartment for 5 of us, not wealthy.
Yeah.
Blacks were at our table because they were our neighbors, and yet you turned on us. How did that happen? And when we asked some of the black commentators, do most blacks hate Jews? They said yes, most blacks hate Jews. How did that happen?
Please.
Yes.
So, and you can look this up. The biggest importer of slaves were Jewish people, and they were partly Jewish people in America. It wasn't the Germans. If you look this up,
Because they weren't Germans.
a lot of the ships were Jewish.
Probably,
ships.
maybe.
Very true, and you can look this up.
All right, so am I guilty?
No, you're not guilty.
Well,
I'm painting a picture, okay? So let me explain something to you. So not only were you guys also, you helped with the Underground Railroad, but you also enslaved a lot of blacks. A lot of your ships were Jewish ships. So although sometimes it seems like you're helping us and you're grabbing our hand, at the same time, you've done a lot of bad to us as well. And now what people like to do nowadays, they like to blame everything on you. Like other white races and nationalities, they blame it on you. Like, well, the Jewish people, they own slaves, and a lot of it is put on you. But you guys were also a part of that. A lot of times, a lot of our politicians are Jewish. Democratic politicians are Jewish people.
I'm not a Democrat.
So, no, and it doesn't matter. No, it's not that point. But a lot of Democratic politicians are Jewish people.
Yes, they are.
And what they do, they act like they're holding your hand. We're here to help you. We're here to do this for you,
well,
the black
people. What would you rather do? How would you rather?
Well, this is. I'm just painting a picture. A lot of times, just so you understand.
So how? Okay. So my people.
Yeah.
Every country we've ever been in, we've been thrown out of. Not allowed to own property. Not allowed to own property. Not allowed to be in the professions. So way back in biblical times, who were the money counters? The Jews, because they were not allowed any other profession, and the church said you can't be the money lender, so the Jews were. Okay, when I was growing up, my parents didn't have a pot to piss, and what they taught us was you get educated, because wherever they throw you out, you take your brain with you. You take your education. So Jews became the lawyers, the doctors. You know, they didn't become farmers because we weren't allowed to own any land. But look at the history. We couldn't own any property.
But I want
we
to
were
say
not allowed.
One last thing to that point. We don't hate you. A lot of times now with the awakening, what he's explaining, we understand that it hasn't always been this friendly relationship with us. And
so
you,
where does it go now?
History.
So when we came during civil rights, when the Jews stood up, the first boys who came to the South were Jewish boys, all got killed. Where are you now when we have all this anti-Semitism? Well, where are you standing up and watching our backs when we have all the same.
Well, we kind of have our own issues, and we're kind of at a point in history now where we're like focused on us because we realize a lot of entertainers who own the entertainment industry and the music industry, they all are Jewish people at the top. Hollywood.
What about your guy just now?
No, the rappers, I get it. No, I'm with you.
Just got.
No, so this is my last point. I just want you to understand, we don't hate you. It's not, I don't ever want you to think our people hate you, but we're also at a point in time where we're learning so much and we see what everybody has done, even the Jewish people.
Even the Jewish people, all of us.
We see that now.
You guys got a shitty rap. There's no question.
Right. I learned that you guys own the most spaceships. Like, nobody talks about that though. Everybody talks about everything else. But what we're saying is, hey, we're going to focus on us. We're learning our information, and we're becoming the best version of ourselves because we've been down for over 400 years, and our life has been dim for a long time.
Well, so you're not going to rise up by stepping on us.
No,
so how are we stepping on y'all?
We have to go together.
Do you think black people are hateful people? Let's be honest.
As a basic
400 years, have we not
as a
taken in
basic people, no, I don't.
Thank you. So I don't ever want you to feel like a narrative is that black people hate you.
I think at this time,
right?
At this time, when the anti-Semitism.
Where do you get that from that we hate you?
Yeah,
where did that come from?
Black Lives Matter.
So Black Lives Matter is not us.
That's not us.
Black Lives Matter. That's those are lesbians. That is not. They took our name.
That's not us.
Somebody said something.
I said we get grouped in the Black
Lives Matter.
That's we feel the same way. We feel the same way that you do. We feel the same way that you do. Why are we?
But then understand this.
Go ahead, honey.
I don't mean to cut you
go
off,
ahead.
but understand this. The Black Lives Matter is ran by a white man.
Yeah, owns it. Owns it.
He owns Black
George
Lives
Soros.
Matter.
Oh my God. We gotta find him.
No, we don't. We're not even thinking about it.
We gotta find nobody.
Take him off the earth.
So, ma'am, I want you to understand, if you start doing, like, just the research behind this stuff, like you mentioned Black Lives Matter, and you kind of grouped us all in that. Like, this
Yeah,
like
we're not.
Well, you said that Black Lives Matter is hateful and they hate Jewish people. Why do they hate them? We don't hate them. We hate that you took Black Lives Matter, took our essence,
Like they always
created
do.
the organization, and then funded yourself and created millionaires off of it, and wasn't off of our hurt and pain. So a lot of times, what you realize with the music, movies, Black Lives Matter, they take our essence because guess what? Guess who has the strongest essence around the world? Our moral fiber, what we've been through, they look at Black Americans.
And guess who own all that?
Yep.
The Jewish people.
I don't know any of that.
But the industries, our talent is music. We are natural orchestrators of music, of movies, the way we present on the screen. Guess who owns those industries?
The Jewish.
Do you know how that Broadway, that whole thing came about, why the Jews stepped in there, how the Jews started that industry?
I'm not sure.
Was it on? Well, check it out. It's really interesting stuff.
But do you get what I'm saying? As far as you guys own our essence.
But hold on.
But
Because,
the true Jews,
right,
what
here
we
we go.
what we need to understand here, the true Jews is this color.
Right.
The Jewish, the ish, that's y'all. That's not us. The true original Jews is in the Bible.
I'm Jewish.
Right.
Okay, so that's the fake Jews. That was the Ashkenazis. That's over there.
I'm the Ashkenazi.
Okay.
Right.
So y'all the fake Jews.
So we're
I'm the Ashkenazi.
Yeah, you the fake Jew.
You know the first Jewish people were in Ethiopia, if I'm not mistaken.
I do know.
Yes.
And when I was my last trip to Israel, we were with they're not an Ethiopian family anymore because they emigrated to Israel.
Right.
Good friends of ours. We spent the day with them. They happen to be very sadly. They're building when the Israel attacked October 7th last year. They're building the Spire, which fortunately none of them were hurt. But no, it's very much a part of our history.
So we don't hate you. So I don't want you to
will be trodden down by the Gentiles.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so
we
he
keep
also
getting
said
our
that there will be no
culture.
peace over there.
Yeah.
Until he comes, there will be no peace. Has it been peace over there? No,
No.
it has not. Because why? Because the real Jews are not there.
Yeah.
Well, I would debate you there.
No, it's no debate. That's scripture.
Well, that's scripture. All right, but you know that the King James Bible is not an authentic translation.
Yeah, because y'all took out. Y'all took
That's
away.
right. That's right. So we
Not
do.
an authentic.
So-
If you go to the Amharic,
Amharic. I know. So wait. So check it out.
translate the word. It is not what you
You're right. The King James is not. That's
and
right.
There's a lot of major issues with it.
So check it out. 1948.
Yeah.
The Jewish state. 1948.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jewish. They're from. Netanyahu is from Poland.
Yeah.
He's Polish.
Yeah.
So they're not from the land.
Most of the people in Israel came from diaspora.
That's right.
All over the world.
All over the world.
To
So
be there because it was safer. to be there.
so understand what you're saying. So the land that they took was already.
It belonged to Israel.
So when you say.
Taken from.
So when you say.
It's always been Hebrew land.
So when you say it belonged to Israel.
Well,
Israel, not
is us.
Israeli.
Yeah.
So,
That's right,
so
it's a
Jews
difference.
and Jewish.
Yeah.
It's two different
When you
words,
say
two
Jewish,
different people.
so
You are
when you
Jewish.
say,
You're right about that. Jewish.
That's right.
Ish.
So-
I don't
Kinda.
know that I make
Kind
that.
of.
So I understand. So again,
I don't think that's
so Netanyahu came from Poland.
Yeah.
So Poland is his home. The
Right.
It's not his home.
So
As a Jew, my home, my heartland, my history is Israel.
okay.
Even though I live here.
So because whenever you can do a blood DNA test in Israel today. It's illegal to test your blood because yes, it is. This is a fact. Hold on. Netanyahu and all of those Jewish people are not from that land. They are from Poland, Russia. So hold on. To be a Jew, you have to be from the land. They came and took the land from the people. That's why the war. Am I right?
Man, where were you guys at before 1948? Where were the
Well-
Jewish people at?
There were Jewish people in that land.
Not
But
Jewish.
remember that the Jews had been thrown out of the land and taken as slaves.
The original
Slave.
moved
Stop right there.
out
Stop right there. Taken as
slaves.
slaves.
The original
Taken as.
Slaves and dispersed. We had the diaspora.
That's
Original out.
what you just said. What you just said. Taken as slaves. What your
So
people.
when you say that Netanyahu, for instance, Polish,
Right.
or from Poland,
Right.
our roots were it's always in that land, Judea. That land has always been our roots.
So again.
We were dispersed elsewhere, and some are coming back.
So wait, stop. White people are not from that white. You can't handle the light, the sun.
That sun.
That was black people were there.
Well, but that gets bred out over time.
So we are still
Come
again.
on.
So,
All right, look at the colors in this. Look
Right.
at the variety.
That's right. That's right.
Look at the variety. You're much lighter. Look at the variety, and we
So-
know blacks right you are as
So
I don't want to.
Ma'am,
intermarried.
ma'am, can I
But
just
the
say
Jews
something?
had the same thing.
Ma'am, we understand your pain, but we going through, we trying to figure out ours.
I get it.
Like driving through this, that's a
That
hurtful
is-
pain
that
in
is.
history book for
And I'm
us
thinking-
that didn't know our history. So we understand what you're going through, but we've been going through it.
all our life, all our
This
life.
might be getting to you right now. It's been affecting us. Oh,
I mean, how do you
it's been
feel
affecting
about
my
it?
grandparents.
We didn't even
my
know-
great-grandparents.
Oh, this is
How do you feel about
you know,
this
okay,
tour?
so
Like,
really,
getting to-
well, here I am on the tour.
So you
Gotta
can
tell
imagine
you
Well, I
what
mean,
we're
did
feeling.
you
Gotta
come
tell you
to the
something.
tour to like genuinely learn the history, or to
Well,
kind of
I
have a
have
conversation?
a really, really good friend.
Okay.
No, that was not.
Okay.
I have a really good friend in Savannah who I've come to visit a number of times, George Bowen. He was your superintendent of schools. Because of me, I got him started there. We've been friends for 45 years.
Okay.
When I go to visit him, we go to a lot of the Goa sites, go to the island, a lot of the places. I thought when I started this tour that it would be more like that.
Oh.
This was very eye-opening. This was, a lot to think about. A lot to think about as you go around. And you're right, when you see it, You're not going to be able to see
It's
it.
different.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm glad the rest of my family didn't come with me on this because I think it would be I think it would be overwhelming. Too much. Yeah, overwhelming.
So just imagine for us that had to
Yeah.
live through it, our ancestors and everything, it's overwhelming.
Yeah, he says the truth will, will hurt.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you for letting me come along.
As I learned, it hurts me.
Thank you for engaging.
You're
Wow.
welcome.
Yeah, no, we just
That was amazing.
Knowledge is power.
That's right.